Savannah Chrisley has revealed how Chloe Chrisley feels about their parents returning home. This has been the biggest news they have ever received. However, the children have been without their parents for years, so it is going to take some adjusting to get back to their normal lives as they live them. There is a lot to unfold and uncover. Keep reading to find out more about this. Savannah Chrisley fights for parents' freedom. Savannah Chrisley has been fighting for her parents' freedom since they were arrested. They were sent to federal prison for tax evasion and fraud. She has been supporting Donald Trump and trying to get him to pardon her parents since he was elected president. However, the journey has been long and tough. Julie had a resentencing hearing. However, she was denied a lesser sentence. Savannah and Grayson Chrisley got a call from Donald Trump yesterday, letting them know that he was going to pardon their parents, and they would be home today. This is the time they have been waiting for. Now their family can be back together. Grayson was crying happy tears while on the phone with the president. She reveals how Chloe Chrisley feels about their return. Savannah Chrisley has revealed how Chloe Chrisley feels about the return of their parents. Chloe may not believe it until Todd and Julie are actually home and she sees them. Fans feel bad that she is still so nervous about the whole ordeal. However, she is going to be happy when she sees her parents reunited in their home. It seems as though Chloe is still in shock. She may not be able to process it until Todd and Julie are in front of her. She still thinks something bad is going to happen, and they are not going to get to come home or stay home. Fans feel bad for Chloe as she is on edge about the whole situation. However, her feelings will more than likely change when she sees Todd and Julie in person. What do you think about this? Sound off in the comments below. We would love to hear your thoughts on this situation. It's been over 2 years since Todd and Julie Chrisley began serving their prison sentences, years marked by silence, resilience, and an uncertain future. For Savannah Chrisley, stepping into the role of guardian for her younger brother Grayson and her 11-year-old niece, Chloe, has been both the greatest challenge and deepest calling of her life. But as whispers of her parents' potential early release begin to circulate, one small voice in the Chrisley household is carrying both the heaviest hope and the quietest heartbreak: Chloe's. In a revealing and emotional interview this week, Savannah opened up about how Chloe, the youngest member of their tight-knit family, really feels about the possibility of Todd and Julie's return, and what it means to be a child navigating love, loss, and longing in the glare of the public spotlight. She misses them every day. She's holding on to hope, Savannah said, her voice softening during an episode of her Unlocked podcast. That's the only way I can describe it. Chloe wakes up thinking about them, and she goes to sleep praying for them. And in between, she's just trying to smile. For Chloe, adopted and raised by Todd and Julie since she was a toddler, this separation has been more than just an absence. It's been a complete dislocation from her foundation. Todd, who doted on her with playful nicknames and lavish attention, and Julie, who provided structure and calm, were Chloe's parents in every sense of the word. Losing them to prison wasn't just confusing, it was world-shattering. Savannah shared that Chloe's emotional landscape has changed in subtle but profound ways since her parents left. She used to be fearless, Savannah said. Now there's this cautiousness in her, like she's always bracing for more loss. The questions that never stop. According to Savannah, Chloe often asks questions that Savannah doesn't always know how to answer. When is mommy coming home? Do you think daddy thinks about me? If I'm good, will they come home faster? Savannah revealed, those are the ones that just rip your heart out. Because she's trying to make sense of something that doesn't make sense, especially to a child. And I can't lie to her, but I also can't take her hope away. In moments of sadness, Chloe often clutches a small framed photo of Todd and Julie that sits on her nightstand. Savannah says it's her comfort object and her anchor. She'll whisper to them at night sometimes, when she thinks I can't hear, Savannah admitted. Just little things. Like, I got in it today, or I miss your hugs. It's those quiet moments that break me. Navigating hope and reality. The Chrisleys have filed multiple appeals, and while their sentences have already been reduced, Julie by 14 months and Todd by 2 years, the road to freedom remains uncertain. Still, rumors have swirled of possible early release for Todd based on good behavior, and Savannah has fueled some of the speculation with cryptic social media posts that fans believe point to a major update. But how does one prepare a child for the uncertain timeline of the American justice system? Savannah said she walks a fine line every day between encouraging Chloe's hope and protecting her from disappointment. I've had to explain to her that even though mommy and daddy are away, they still love her. They think about her constantly. But I'd also tell her that their return isn't something we can schedule like a playdate. It's more like a prayer. A new role for Savannah and Chloe. In the time since Todd and Julie's departure, Savannah has become more than just a sister or a niece. She's become a full-fledged parental figure. And Chloe? She's been thrust into emotional maturity far beyond her years. There are days when Chloe comforts me, Savannah said with a bittersweet laugh. She'll say, "Don't cry, Vanna. God's still working." And that's the kind of faith I wish I had when I was her age. They built new routines together. Mornings with pancakes and affirmations, nightly devotionals, therapy sessions, and shared journal entries they passed back and forth like pen pals. Savannah said Chloe's journal is full of love notes to her parents. "Dear Mommy, I painted a picture for you today. I hope you see it in your dreams. Dear Daddy, I made your favorite cookies with Vanna. I didn't burn them this time." A glimmer of reconnection. Even from behind bars, Todd and Julie remain in Chloe's life through weekly phone calls. Savannah said those moments are sacred. She lights up when she hears their voices. It's like everything else fades away for those 10 minutes. Savannah shared. She tells them everything. What she wore to school, who her best friend is this week, what her favorite TikTok song is. Sometimes there are tears. Sometimes there's laughter. But always there's love. Julie, ever the nurturing mother, ends every call by asking Chloe to promise she's brushing her teeth, saying her prayers, and helping Vanna. Todd, with his characteristic flair, makes jokes and tells Chloe she's his princess warrior. She eats up every word, Savannah said. She stores those calls like treasures. The future. What Chloe hopes for when asked what Chloe envisions when she thinks about her parents coming home, Savannah shared that it's always the same dream. She says, "I want Mommy to tuck me in and Daddy to make silly faces again. That's it." She doesn't want Disneyland or gifts. She just wants her normal back. Savannah admitted that she doesn't know when or if that day will come, but she's determined to keep that dream alive for Chloe, no matter how far away it seems. Every child deserves to believe in the return of the people they love. And if all I can do is protect that belief while I hold down the fort, then I'll do it with everything I've got.